Well, folks, if you're going to spend money on something, it might as well be something you actually like. That's what I always say. That's where the Club Random merch store comes in. That's right, get yourself a cozy hoodie. Look at this. This is really well designed. That's right, get yourself a cozy hoodie to snuggle away your sorrows or some new Club Random shirts. Look at all this shit I have. To attract a partner with similar interests and live happily ever after. I've seen crazier rom-coms, so head over to clubrandom.com and bring home some random. We used to bounce between emails, documents, notes, research, and about 20 browser tabs that our producer always has open. But now that's changed with Claude from Anthropic. Claude is the AI for minds that don't stop at good enough. It's the collaborator that actually understands your entire workflow and thinks with you. Once you connect Claude to your workspace, you give it context to help with practically everything you need. Ready to have an AI that can tackle real work? Try Claude Cowork today. Claude.ai/clubrandom.
It's the night that he's died and the show goes out at 11. I called the producer of the show. I was like, we need to do something about this.
Can I ask what the joke was?
I want a baby dressed as Hitler. And we're like, what?
With the mustache?
Yeah, with a mustache. So
you put a mustache on a baby?
Mustache on a baby. Hey.
Hey.
How's it going?
Oh, were you casing the joint?
I said, yeah, just casing.
Are you going to rob it later?
Yeah, I've picked out a couple of items I'd like to see.
A little suspicious when someone's like walking around.
Just checking what's fitted to.
There's a lot of cool stuff in there.
There's some very cool stuff in here.
I know. I was at the beach yesterday, Venice. Do you know what Venice Boulevard is here?
Yeah.
It's like all these crazy, it's like... Yeah. It's just that you ride bikes on it. It's great, and there's just all kind of hippies and people playing guitar on the and selling crystals and booths and there's some vintage shops. And I got a vintage mask that is going to look great in here.
Yeah.
$30.
$30.
There's nothing like finding something you could never find anywhere else, and you love it, and it's just not in department stores.
Yeah. I need a space like this in my home. I feel like I don't have a man cave. I live in London. But it was bought as a sort of bachelor pad, and then I got married, and now I live there with my wife and child. And
I'm sorry.
I'm losing. No. I lose all of my spaces. I gradually see things of mine sort of taken down from the walls and put away in cupboards.
How long have you been married?
I've been married 2 months.
2 months? You're a newlywed.
Newlywed, yeah.
Wow, and they said it wouldn't last.
Yeah. We're celebrating our 2-month anniversary.
So you're in the honeymoon phase.
I'm in the honeymoon phase.
Oh, that's awesome.
So she loves that I've come over here to the United States without her to loosely do some press for a show, but actually just go to World Cup soccer matches.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Of course, you're into soccer.
I took a gamble. I did a show on Fox and knew that they were hosting the World Cup and I could get access to all of these games, and then I just needed England to get through to the knockout stages, and it's all worked out brilliant.
I don't get sports where, there's more scoring at a Star Trek convention.
But you see, I watch it and I feel like it's, compared to a lot of American sports, is really frenetic and high octane.
Baseball, not a lot of scoring either.
Yeah, no.
But I guess that was just what you grow up with.
Yeah.
But you guys are serious about it.
So serious. I watched the American game where you guys got knocked out of the World Cup, and it was a really weird experience being around American soccer fans, knowing if it was in England and it was England being knocked out of the World Cup, people would be suicidal, there would be tears, there would be anger. And there was just a sort of resignation in this bar, and everyone was really quite gracious about it. They were shaking hands with a Belgium guy that was in there and wishing him the best for the rest of the tournament. I'm like, if that was in England, people would be chucking furniture through the window, and it would be...
Yeah, but you guys get violent.
So violent.
A lot of people in this country, we just had our big 250.
Yeah.
Hope you're not upset about
It's a little hard for us. But easier than it was.
Really, after 250 years, you're still pissed about me? Still pissed about...
What could have been? We'll take you back.
You know what? 20 years ago, I might have said, we'll go.
Yeah, maybe not.
I don't know about now, bro. I don't know. Your place seems kind of crazy. It really does. It seems like where we're going, not in a good way.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
But the Trump is like the calling up the FIFA boss and the red card and the hysteria around that was fucking amazing.
I'm so glad you brought this up. Please, I know soccer the way a woman who's not interested in baseball knows baseball. Not at all. So I saw this in the headline, and I mean headline, big story. I just didn't even start this. I don't know what red cards are.
Yeah.
I don't know what FIFA is.
Yeah.
Do me a solid, bro, and tell me this whole story from beginning to end, and treat me like I'm a dumb chick.
It was amazing because it was this situation where your player gets sent off in the game. He gets the red card, which means
I don't know what that means.
So he gets banned for the next game. So he's your best
player. For what?
He commits a foul, and he gets eliminated from the game. But it also
one foul
for one foul.
See, in basketball you get 6.
Yeah, and this foul was it was dubious. On a slow motion replay, it looked kind of bad. But
which guy is this? On what team?
He for the US. He's on the US team, and he scored a couple of goals. He's your best performing player. So he scores a goal in the game, and then he gets sent off, and it means he's going to miss the next crucial knockout game.
So for one foul?
For one foul, yeah. For one foul, you get a 1-game suspension for foul play. It was kind of unfair, and I think a lot of people watched it and they felt kind of sorry for this guy. He, performed great in the tournament, and then he's going to miss this crucial game, and he gets the red card. And there's also a process whereby you can appeal a red card and you can appeal a decision like this, and it's quite rare, but on occasion the red card will be taken away. So there's definitely a world in which, had Trump just called up FIFA and said, "Can we maybe?" have this red card removed and have this guy able to play in the next game.
FIFA's the league.
FIFA's the governing body.
What does it stand for?
The Federation of International Football Association.
Okay. All right, you call it football.
I could have just said anything and you would have gone.
No, but that's right.
Yeah.
I get it.
It sounds
football.
Football. And so there's a world in which it could have been accelerated. People could have looked at that and gone, "Oh yeah, that's legit." I mean, it's a little suspicious and a little kind of unusual that it's happened that speedily, and it's happened, for the US whilst the tournament is in the US. But okay, his red card's been taken away and he gets to play in the crucial knockout game. They definitely could have got away with it, and it all would have just been like, internet speculation.
But Trump
he had to take credit for it. He couldn't help himself.
He can't.
That speech is amazing. And I watched it and I was like, just thinking about the head of FIFA, Gianni Infantino. He's clearly had the call from Trump, be like, "I'll do you a solid." Him watching that, just like head in his hands going, "Don't tell them."
Just like everybody in the Trump administration. This is no different than the way he's handled the Iran war.
Yeah.
Like so many times they were having negotiations and both sides wanted to end this war. And if he had just shut up, and then he had to go and say, "They surrendered like dogs. They surrendered like dogs. They're begging me for a deal." And they're like, "Oh, for fuck's sake, could you just shut up for 5 minutes? We'll get the signature on the paper." But no, like a dog.
It was so good. And he starts the press conference by going, "I know nothing about soccer, football. We call it football, we call it soccer. I know nothing about it, but I know that wasn't a foul. There was never a foul." It's like suddenly getting into the technicalities of war.
It's a really terrible Trump impression.
Terrible.
I mean, almost anybody in America can do a bad Trump. You English, you can't even do a bad Trump.
Can't even do a bad Trump.
Just because you're too English. It just doesn't come out.
You can do James Mason. Do you know how when I do my James Mason at the Improv, fucking nothing.
The kids go wild. It's like Michael Jackson in 1985. Before the unpleasantness.
But my Trump.
Remember when he dangled the baby off the balcony?
Wow.
Like that. I feel like that should have been a bit of a red card. Is that what you would call
a red card? It's certainly a yellow, at least.
We grow these here.
Yeah.
Right over there.
The woods.
Well, that's my store, yes. But
I've been to the woods.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, because I'm friends with Woody.
Oh, that's right.
I'm buddies with Woody. I randomly became friends with Woody because I met him at Glastonbury Festival.
Okay.
And then we bonded. And then when I was here, he's like, "You got to take your dad to the woods."
He's a bonder.
I took my 85-year-old father to the woods. And
Boy,
got
does
him
he
high.
bond with guys.
He's a water bonder.
I always kid him about it, but it's like there's always a new bromance in his life.
Yeah.
He thinks I'm jealous, but I'm not jealous. It's just like, it's amazing the way, he's just a great guy.
He's
so
a great
like
guy.
whoever works with him, I've been to parties with him, it must have been his kind of part, he was throwing it because like, you look around the room and it's like, oh yeah, you did that movie together. Oh yeah, Farrelly, you did that movie together. Salma Hayek, you did that movie. Like everybody who's ever worked with him wants to be his pal. I don't blame him. I do too, and I never work with him, except on a pot store, which loses money. No, we're going to try to fix it, but it's almost impossible to make a business work in California like that.
Yeah.
I mean, just the state takes like 40% taxes. Fuck, when I bought drugs from a skeezy dealer, he didn't skim 40%. I was a dealer. I did skim a little. Like I would buy a pound, which is 16 ounces, and make 17 ounces out of it. Okay, that's not 40%. But the government is worse than the dealer.
Yeah. You're forced to diversify into a gardening business and a tea room and, you know.
At least I know this is pure.
This is pure.
I know it's no chemicals, nothing like that. Just the soot from the fires that fall down on everything here. Would you ever live here? Could you see being one of the, because we've certainly had a lot of British expats, come over here and love the Southern California lifestyle.
Yeah, I love the Southern California lifestyle for like a little bit, but then I kind of pine for home if I'm here for a period longer than 3 months.
We all love our, but I mean, many, James Mason.
I went to the same school as James Mason, not at the same time, but
No.
I
don't think the kids remember.
No.
But he was so wonderfully English, and the way he talked like this.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
Oh, my good boy.
Very clipped. He was one of the people that my school would always talk about James Mason having gone there, and I hoped I'd grow up one day and I would be a revered former alumni.
But you're an actor too, right?
I'm an actor too, but I feel
you got a show.
I'm the school's dirty secret, because this school that I went to had a lot of illustrious people that attended there, like James Mason, and then it also had
What, this prep school?
This public school in England.
Oh, public school.
Yeah. Well, no, not public like public school here, like private school here, boarding school.
So the opposite of public.
The opposite of public.
That's
school.
what I thought.
Yeah,
I can tell by your accent you didn't go to public
this guy
school.
didn't go to public school.
You'd be talking like Scouse.
Yeah,
if you
Scouse.
you'd like Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, but they Kate Middleton went there as well. So they love talking about her, and that's in all of whenever they write about it in the newspapers, it's Kate Middleton, James Mason. And then I'm the dirty secret because I think I'm like a low rent comedian, and so they maybe don't want to.
But you're so successful now.
Well,
I mean, I think you're doing. You're like the Beatles in '63. You're breaking. You're trying to break the American market, right?
Yeah.
We got to get you on Ed Sullivan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we'll take you down to Miami to meet Muhammad Ali. It's going to be a great photo op. And I'm telling you,
I'm going to break it.
Jack Mania will be sweeping the country, and I'm going to talk to your manager, Brian Epstein. Are you a Beatles fan?
I like the Beatles, yeah.
I've got Martin Lewis here next week. He's like the world's foremost authority on the Beatles, so I can't wait to talk to somebody who knows more about it than I do.
Yeah. We're about to get it.
It's amazing how they endure.
Yeah.
It's like, there's always something new with the Beatles.
Yeah.
And it always sells.
Yeah.
Like crazy.
Yeah. 4 movies on the way from.
That's what I mean. There's always some new something.
Yeah.
They get. Paul and Ringo are always doing something. And, it's boy. I mean, it's 70 years since John and Paul met.
Yeah.
It's this month. That's why we're doing it with Martin Lewis next week.
Yeah.
Because they met in July of 1956. That's 70 years ago, because that really was the birth of the Beatles.
Yeah.
I mean, 70?
Fuck.
That's exactly how old I am.
Yeah. That's crazy. I saw them last time I was in LA, I saw Ringo and Paul having dinner together in a restaurant at the table next to me.
Did you say anything?
No, I felt no, I didn't.
Oh.
They looked like so deep in conversation, and
what a
it
dick.
was amazing.
You're English. You get the pass.
Yeah. I also share a birthday with Ringo Starr, but I didn't know whether I could go over and interrupt his conversation with Paul McCartney to tell him that we were born on the same day.
What do you think they were talking about?
Yeah, I mean, they looked like old friends catching up. It was great.
You know, I was listening to Get Back. It came on the radio yesterday.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing in the movie, they show him writing it.
Yeah.
You know, he's sitting there in the morning waiting for John, who was always late.
Yeah.
And he's on his bass, and he's just writing it like he's playing the bass like a guitar. He sometimes did. And he's writing, you could see like the beginning of the song. It's quite interesting. If you're a Beatles fan, if you're not, it's nothing. And the lyrics completely changed to just a bunch of gobbledygook.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the Beatles, but sometimes they were just like, this is a great song. I'm sorry. Lyrics, whatever. It's just hello, goodbye, hello. It's just, come on, people. You want everything. It's a great song.
It's great.
It's not. And that's one of them, you know. Jojo was a man who thought he was a loner, you know, Buddy, whatever.
Yeah.
That's not how it started. It seemed to be about immigration.
Really?
Get back.
Yeah.
Get back to where you once belonged.
Oh, well, yeah.
I mean, that was an issue in the 60s, too.
Yeah.
And it's not clear whether he was, like, actually saying that, which could be.
Yeah.
Or, like, sort of making fun of people who were saying that.
Yeah.
But it was the beginning of something that, look, I don't know how much you want to get into politics, but I would love to pick your brain about what's going on in England, because I read about it all the time.
Yeah.
And it looks like a bit of what we see here in America, but even more pronounced. You know, immigration issues.
Yeah.
Islamicization issues.
Yeah. I mean, you have seven prime ministers in 10 years, and we've got a new one on the way, and then this, like, I think everyone's just sort of, I guess, like, bracing themselves for Nigel Farage to be, you know, prime minister.
He's the conservative one.
He's the conservative guy, who's just stood down to run in another election to get his seat back. But yeah, he's the kind of he's the, you know, leader of reform, and I think all of the other parties are sort of scrabbling around to try and work out the best way to fight that future election. It's
what I read in the free press, which I feel like is a down the middle place, which is very rare in this country. Either it's like all the way left or all the way right. But I trust them in their reporting, and it sounds like England just got way too woke on a bunch of crazy shit. I think the last thing I read was like they passed a milestone where the amount of money they're giving out in welfare is for the first time more than what they take in taxes.
Right.
Like every third eligible to work man is not working.
Yeah.
They're like on disability.
Yeah.
Some people really are, of course, but like not that many.
Yeah.
And we have the same kind of issue here.
Yeah.
Like a lot of they always talking here about young men are in crisis. You know, you see it because they go out and they shoot people. You know, and that, you know, gets a conversation going.
Yeah.
Oh, why did this guy? And it's always kind of the same thing. They feel like they can't get laid.
Yeah.
It's a lot of it.
Yeah.
People who can't get laid, Islamic terrorists.
Yeah.
You know, show me the one who was like, God, this guy never stopped having sex, and the next thing we knew, he blew up the building.
You never read about that guy. In the
never
news.
read about.
Yeah. He was a real Lothario.
All day long. Yeah, exactly.
When he wasn't womanizing, he was reading some really disturbing shit on the internet. And it's weird that all these women found him so attractive because some of his chat was just a real turn-off.
I mean, it's never that. Never just sex, and then bomb. The biggest change AI has made for me isn't that it saves time. Everybody says that. The real change is that our team at Club Random works differently now. We used to bounce between emails, documents, notes, research. and about 20 browser tabs that our producer always has open. But now that's changed with Claude from Anthropic. Claude is the AI for minds that don't stop at good enough. It's the collaborator that actually understands your entire workflow and thinks with you. Whether you're debugging code at midnight or strategizing your next business move, Claude extends your thinking to tackle the problems that matter. Once you connect Claude to your workspace, you give it context to help with practically everything you need. Connect it to your documents, calendar, email, and other tools, and suddenly you're not explaining the same project over and over again. It's like having one place where all the pieces finally come together. And CoWork takes it even further. You can send tasks from your phone, have Claude work on your desktop, and come back to completed reports, spreadsheets, and presentations. Not rough ideas, actual finished work. Ready to have an AI that can tackle real work? Try Claude CoWork today. Claude.ai/clubrandom. And it's the same thing with the people here who they just, they partly forgot how to get laid because of the phone.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. I don't know how old were you when the smartphone came along? Were you, did you have a period of your life?
No, I remember just before, I'm 38, so I sort of remember
So you had a life where you didn't...
Yeah.
Where you had to talk to a girl?
Well, I had to talk to a girl, proper, old school, courtship. At my not-so-public school, writing letters, epistolary,
And how'd it go? How were you?
Not great. I think I benefited.
Really?
Yeah, I benefited from the internet age. No.
I think I would have.
I was a late bloomer.
If I could have texted,
I just was so much better in that.
So I was super shy.
Yeah.
I couldn't walk up to a girl.
Yeah.
I mean, into my, not totally into my early 20s, but I certainly could have had a better time at college. Not that there were a lot of eligible women, but if I knew then what I knew now, could I have gotten them in 10 minutes?
Yeah.
You know, it's all about talking. I mean, girls, I mean, obviously there are some things that are deal breakers for girls. You know, if Quasimodo comes up to you, I can't blame a woman for it's not the hunchback. It really isn't. It really is. You know, but whatever it is. But it's...
That's what became a stand-up comedian, though, because that's a way of talking to girls, but you could prepare it all, and there was other people and an audience, and the actually going up and talking one-on-one, terrifying. But if they're all in darkness, and I've had weeks to think about it and really hone it, and that kind of conversation, great. One way with a paying audience, and shrouded in darkness.
It's also, I've found, amazing in that same vein, the way I can say things to millions of people on camera when I'm doing my show, about my staff or something, that I just don't say it in private. You know, I don't call a meeting at the office and say, you're all brilliant, and but I can say it and my brilliant staff who is incredible, and it's somehow that's easier.
Why is that? I find, in real life, can get so tongue-tied when, trying to express emotions or sentimentality or things. I
also never cry. In real life.
In real life.
I mean, and they've tried to make me sometimes on my show. I got in trouble, and it's they'd love to do that in America, cancel culture and all that. Nope, never got me down. But in a movie, I mean, I just cried over Meet a Date with Tad Hamilton. I mean, any movie, even the silliest rom-com that puts the elements together in such a way that in the last reel, the girl is saying that to the guy, and it can get me.
I know.
But in real life, you can't get me.
See, I had such a fear that I would not cry at the birth of my daughter. And the thing that made me most scared is, again, how readily I will cry at stuff that feels so inappropriate to cry at. And so, I can watch, daytime television. I can watch quiz shows. I've cried at Deal or No Deal in the UK. I remember watching this episode.
Deal or No Deal?
Deal or No Deal.
Because of Meghan Markle? Wasn't she on it?
She was on it.
And it made you cry?
It was in the Meghan Markle episode. But I just remember there being some episode where someone was trying to win a holiday and they hadn't been away with their daughter for so long, and I'm fucking gushing. And I like it. The emotions are clearly so close to
Oh.
the surface. And then I'm like, real life
Oh,
moments where I should be, you know, the tears should be flowing. And then I'm suddenly a husk. And that confuses me.
show me a video of a Marine
Oh,
coming home
Oh, no.
and surprising his daughter in the classroom.
yes.
And I'm gone.
I'm gone.
It's just gone.
But then again, if
And I don't
I
even
was in
like
the
kids.
Marines, and I was reunited with my child, I don't think I would cry. But watching it, experiencing it with someone else,
Yeah, I think you might cry.
maybe.
I think that.
I think I would be crying
Yeah,
before.
I
I think
think-
I'd be
I mean,
crying when they sent me off.
That may be. Yeah, that may be one.
Yeah, fuck, I've got to
But,
join the Marines. I think there would be a lot of tears in the field.
No, I mean, I don't mean to say I don't like kids, but you know, they do have their drawbacks. They make it harder to cheat. No, I kid. I kid. That's not what I meant to say at all. It must be the pot. I don't know. I blame it on the pot, Jack.
It's fine.
It's you know, it's like truth serum.
Yeah. Woody warned me. He said when he did this, he partook in the pot.
He what?
He said he partook in the pot. And there was the truth serum.
We did.
He said there was 45 minutes of
We did.
unairable material.
Totally. Here, and then we did one at the woods recently.
Yeah.
Oh, we just, we are ridiculous,
Yeah.
you know. But I tell you, if you said to me when I was your age, you know, at 70, you'll be laughing your ass off, having a great time, getting high, I'd just be like, okay, I'll take that.
Amazing.
I never thought, I mean, my father certainly didn't have fun times like that when he was 70.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, it's one reason I avoided marriage and kids. You know, like I like this kind of life. I just like it. I don't know. I don't know why I have to graduate. No, I'm not saying it's bad. Or obviously, it's such a super impulse in so many people, especially to have kids. I know guys who are terrible husbands, but great fathers.
Yeah.
That they take seriously.
Yeah.
They always take that seriously.
Yeah.
The ones I know.
Yeah.
But there'd be real dogs.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
sometimes. But the kid, no. You're like, I love being a dad. They say that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I get that that's a very big impulse that I do not have.
Yeah.
But I get it. And certainly everybody can't be lying about it. Because you know, it would be a massive conspiracy to try to convince me that every single person I ever talked to about it says, you know, it's a love you can't imagine.
Yeah.
You know, it changed my life. It's my whole perspective is different.
Yeah.
You know, it's like doing heroin. You know, I never did it, so I can't tell. But I get it that it's great. You know, and if I had to choose, I'd take the heroin. But that's just me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I bet you say the same thing.
About
Having a kid. What's your reaction, Jack, to having a kid?
It's great. Better than heroin. Okay.
Wait, no, it changed my life and my. Come on, you're not going to gush like that
No,
about.
I'm not going to gush to you.
Really?
No, I don't want to. You know.
Wow.
You know, it's amazing. It's great, but smoking weed and having a laugh in the woods with Woody Harrelson in your 70s does also sound pretty great. So I know you've made your bed, but
so
I'm not here to.
This Mark Twain Award, I was just.
Congratulations.
Thank you, and Woody was one of the speakers.
Yeah.
You know, so I was looking forward to the whole thing except for one part of it, which was the show is on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
And they kind of milk it. It's the Kennedy Center, and there's the night before dinner. And I was like, okay, that's kind of anticlimactic, isn't it? Why are we doing this and then this, and with speakers and stuff? I'm like, we're doing this the next night. Why are we doing this? Can we just have the main event and save all our muster for that? No, you have to. Okay, so I was like, all right. And then Woody was there, and we went outside. And then I just had the best time. I was heckling the speakers. You know, this Kennedy Center, they're closing it. This was the last show for 2 years because they're going under renovation.
Right.
But as we all walk through it, it's pristine, it's perfect. I think it's a scam. I don't think it needs any renovation. It looks fantastic to me. And the guy from Wells Fargo, they're sponsoring it, and it turned out Woody and I both have our money with Wells Fargo.
Yeah.
And he was up there and talking about, you know, Wells Fargo is sponsoring the renovation. you know, and I was high and yelled out, "Not the guy who did the pool." So it just turned out to be such a fun night.
How was it to hear all those people speaking about you? How do you feel in
Well, that was the
situation?
next night. Well, it was that night too. Maureen Dowd and Jake Tapper and a few other people spoke, but it was awesome. It was awesome. Who would not like that? I mean, you can't be counterintuitive in life. I mean, you can a little bit, but you know, I'm all for being intuitive. Leave the counterpart out.
Yeah.
Good things are good.
Yeah.
Bad things are bad.
Yeah.
Lots of great people who went out of their way. Everyone I asked came. Everybody except Jerry Seinfeld, who was on the road, he couldn't, and he made a beautiful video for me. Everybody else, Louis C.K., Jay Leno, Whitney Cummings, Woody, Ariana Huffington, Stephen A. Smith, John Mellencamp sang the song at the end.
Wow.
Everybody said yes immediately and came. That's what meant the most to me, that all these people would do that for me. So, yeah, good things are good. That's my opinion, and I don't care who knows it.
You exist on a strange plane though, where it feels like you're like post cancellation without having ever been cancelled as well. I feel like you're uncancelable.
Always on the cusp.
But that's a great place to exist, right?
Well, it's like saying, like, hey, you're walking across 2 buildings on a high wire. It's a great place to exist. I'm used to it, you know. I'm used to it, and like, if you're 70 and you've been on TV for 33 years, if it ended tomorrow, look, I still won.
Yeah.
And it could, because, you know, when people say, you're beyond cancel, please. It's not hard to get canceled still.
Yeah, that's true.
It really isn't. And the truth is, I never really did anything that should have gotten me canceled. And, you know, lots of people really have been wonderful in standing by me because they know me and or they know the work. And you just, what you have to do is always be clawing back against the emo youth of Wokeville who live to feel morally superior to everybody, especially older people. Have you ever gotten in like trouble for saying something that people like were attacking you for?
Yeah, I had it once, like relatively early on in my career, and I remember being in the eye of the storm and feeling like, you know, it was the worst thing that was ever going to happen, and I thought it was like the end of my career, and I was on the front page of the newspapers, and they were trying to sort of whip up a real frenzy, and it was such a stupid joke as well. It was a joke on a TV show about the late Queen, and it was an obscene
Elton
joke.
John?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. It was I remember it was during when the Queen had a sort of Jubilee pageant where they did the boats down...
Jubilee.
Yeah.
When she's in office 50 years.
Yeah, and they did a thing where they had these pageants down the Thames, and she was an old lady at the time, and there was a whole thing about how she'd stood for the whole of this pageant and saying she's an old lady and she shouldn't be standing all the time and she should have sat down. And then...
You said that?
No, well, this is... And actually, I didn't even make the joke. I just took some elements and presented them, and it was a sort of build-your-own joke. A couple of days later, Prince Philip went to hospital with a urinary infection. And I said it was her anniversary. He ended up with a urinary infection and she didn't want to sit down, which leads me to believe they celebrated in the way that a lot of couples celebrate an anniversary. And then it went out on TV. I mean, it got a bit of a groan from the audience, but then it became like this scandal that I'd made a joke about our monarch enjoying anal sex.
That's so ridiculous, because at least when I got in trouble for things I've said, like, you know, the terrorists weren't cowards after 9/11, it's because it was something important. It was an important thing, whether you agree or don't agree. Your shit was just like, I mean, the way they like lose their shit about the Queen, like who gives a fuck?
It's fucking crazy.
It is crazy. And you know what? It's even everybody British. I've had like people like Piers Morgan, who, you know, can be off the reservation and I think say some dumb things, but he's generally a guy who you can have a conversation with. I like Piers.
Yeah, he's great.
He said some stupid things about me, but okay, people do have bad days and whatever. He's on his period. He said a stupid thing, whatever. But like Sharon Osbourne, who I like a lot, like rational people.
Yeah.
You started on the Queen, and suddenly it's like
Mad.
not funny anymore. And I'm like, are you fucking with me? Or do you? No, they're not fucking with me. They really don't like it.
Yeah,
you know, you don't call her an old bag.
Yeah.
That's just not. And it's like, you're okay, all right.
Yeah.
I see. And that's just,
They should be, of everyone, like the most fair game, I feel like.
The most.
You could not be more punching up.
Right.
But I think it's like there's definitely a sort of like Middle England hysteria. And that was in the Daily Mail, and there was a couple of like Ofcom complaints. And they'd had a whole thing a couple of years before with Russell Brand and Jonathan Ross, when they'd said they'd done a prank call that had gone wrong, and it had been on the BBC. So there's like the BBC as well. That's another thing that, like, the minute they're involved, it becomes like a much more of a story, and it can get whipped up into a frenzy. And I remember it being something that was just like such a storm in a teacup, but then it became like, it fed the beast. It was like part of the news cycle. Exactly. It was column inches. It was, online discourse.
And then it goes away as if it never existed. It's like COVID.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's the worst thing ever, worst thing ever, worst thing ever. And then suddenly, like, what?
Yeah.
No, let's go back to life. Go back.
Yeah.
Like, I never thought it was the worst thing ever. So, like, okay, but we're going to pretend that, like, hold to your insanity.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously some measures should have been taken, but they went crazy. But yeah, I've had the exact same experience. It's like, crazy, we have to get everybody involved, we're going crazy. And then, Britney Spears gets a new boyfriend, and it's like,
exactly.
Now we're on to that.
That's what my publicist said on the phone. I remember him saying, you just need to pray that someone dies this week.
They will. And something always happens.
Something will happen.
And then the fucking sheep are suddenly driven to a new pasture.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
You can drive the sheep to a new pasture.
Yeah.
It's easy. They're sheep, Jack.
They're sheep, and it's
They're
like
fucking sheep.
There's like a sort of a villain of the internet as well for 24 hours, 48 hours, and then they're on to the next. It's like, who can we put in the stocks for this period, and then. The other one I nearly had this was like a near miss, but I remember it. I had a late night show only for like a couple of seasons in the UK, and I remember at the behest of the guy, one of the producers from the network, he was obsessed with us doing this fucking lame. He wanted like really like just route one like shock comedy, and he was like. I remember the notes that he used to give. Like he at one point he was like, "I want a baby dressed as Hitler." And we're like, "What?" And he was like, "No, I just think that's funny. A baby dressed as Hitler." And we did, because no one could fucking stand up to
with
this
the
guy.
mustache.
Yeah, with the mustache. So
you put a mustache on a baby.
Mustache on a baby. I kind of baby.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of love this.
I kind of love that.
I kind of that is. I've never.
And we'd always ask why. Like, why is there the baby?
I think
Hitler?
somebody would have done it.
Question.
Did you put a hat on? I mean,
yeah.
You did?
Yeah, I had the hair.
Had a uniform?
And the uniform.
With the Iron Cross?
Yeah.
Wow.
Baby Hitler.
Baby Hitler.
But the problem is once you
and
said
Hugo Boss did the...
But once you said yes to Baby Hitler, it really emboldened this guy, because then there was more ideas. So once you've accepted that Baby Hitler's fine, then you just get a dirge of these fucking terrible ideas. And then it led to a thing where there was a sketch, not a sketch, it was like cut from the monologue to a sketch about Michael Jackson. And it was, again, I think, I can't even remember what the sketch was, but it was a sort of Michael Jackson pedophile sketch that, again, it wasn't even in the news cycle at the time, but he was like, I just want a Michael Jackson pedophile visual gag at the end of this monologue. So we did the Michael Jackson pedophile joke. And I'm watching it go out and feeling like, I have no spine, and I'm just like a puppet for this idiotic man doing his stupid ideas. And I'm watching it, waiting for it to go out, and on the news, they announced that Michael Jackson has died.
Oh.
And it's the night that he's died, and the show goes out at 11, and I'm like, fuck. This is. I called the producer of the show. I was like, we need to do something about this.
Can I ask what the joke was?
I can't even remember what the joke, but it was a guy. It was like a visual. It was a guy dressed up as Michael Jackson. Again, I think with a prop. There was a lot of babies involved. It was like a prop baby.
Michael Jackson.
And it was like a load of jokes about him being a predator. But then it was the night that he died. So then we had to call up the guy from the network, and the guy from the network had to literally ring in and get someone to try and pull the show. And I was watching minute by minute, like praying that he'd get through in time. But it was like 11 o'clock at night, and he literally had to call up someone from the Channel 4 switchboard and said, "It's so-and-so, I'm the head of the network, you need to pull this show," because
The whole show.
the whole thing on every news network was about how Michael Jackson had died, and people like
Right,
with
of
the
course.
candlelit vigils and
Sure.
tears, and then we've got this really like fucking horrendous.
So they pulled the whole show?
I was watching it. They literally had the opening credits, and then suddenly it went to black, and it was just a screen saying, "Unfortunately, there's been a technical difficulty," and it was just like a holding card, and then they put something else on, and within like minutes he'd managed to get it pulled. And I remember watching that with my heart pounding, going, "I'm going to be just
Well,
absolutely,
of course,
pilloried for
in retrospect, it doesn't look like you were wrong.
this." Yeah,
You know, but I'm not wrong.
yeah,
I mean, there were so many. I resisted doing Michael Jackson fucks little boy jokes for a long time when I did not know it was true.
yeah,
Then after they did the special, they did a. I mean, even Oprah came out after they did a special after the special, an HBO documentary. Two kids came forward with a testimony that was just so obviously true.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, it wasn't like I was surprised, but I was jealous because there was always so many great Michael Jackson jokes. Like, why does Michael Jackson shop at Kmart?
Why?
Because boys' pants are half off. Ladies and gentlemen. and I was not availing myself to this at the time.
Yeah.
That's what kind of integrity I have, Jack.
You have integrity. I was not.
But isn't that a great line?
That's a great line.
Boys' pants are half off. You gotta love jokes.
But I feel like, yeah. And you go to the comedy clubs when something like that happens as well, and you see some comedians that'll be up there on stage and they'll be telling jokes hours after the beloved figure or entertainer has passed away. And
they say the sick jokes originate in prison. I don't know if that's a canard or what, but because always there's like a sick joke very quickly. My friend, do you remember the comedian Gilbert Gottfried?
Oh, yeah, hilarious.
Hilarious.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, he was the Aflac Duck.
Yeah.
He had which is an insurance company with a duck logo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know why insurance companies are the lizard, the duck. This is what they do. I don't know why this makes people buy insurance. You know, hey, look, your agent is a salamander. Okay, well, that's what I want when my house burnt down. Okay, but this is what they do. And he was the Aflac Duck and lost it because the tsunami. Do you remember the tsunami?
Yeah. And he was up on stage.
No, he tweeted it out.
Tweeted it. Okay.
It was like 2004.
Oh,
and he did like 50 jokes about the tsunami, which killed a lot of people.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know, what school do you go to? I don't know. It's floating by. Whatever.
No.
You know, all these and that was just Gilbert.
Yeah.
And I mean, his sort of like childlike naivete, which was I think the engine behind the genius of his comedy.
Yeah.
The flip side of that was this, that he didn't think there was going to be blowback to the night of the tsunami. Not just one.
No.
But just like 50.
Showing all of his working as well.
I wish I had them in front of me now, and I'm sure you can go call them up on your phone. But
I feel thankful though that I because I did a sift of all of my Twitter and went through and deleted a load of stuff and made sure that there was nothing out like in the ether that was potentially ruinous.
But doesn't it live somewhere?
It lives somewhere.
The cloud is forever.
But I think I started stand-up I definitely started stand-up in an era before sort of camera phones and Twitter. But when I first started as well, I think a lot of my inspirations were comedians that were much coarser, and like I tried shock comedy and I had much less of a filter. And I think to some of my early gigs as well, when I was a less skilled comedian, and I would just want to say something to try and elicit a reaction and
Right.
shock people in the room. And I feel so fucking thankful that wasn't in an era where they're now like filming every gig or people have got their camera phones out, because I said some stuff on stage in my early 20s that...
I think you should go back to that. I do. No, I mean, I would like to see that. Because you're a funny, engaging guy.
Yeah.
I think you can get away with it.
Oh my God.
You know, and I mean, that's my kind of comedy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, W.C. Fields, I think it was him, maybe that's apocryphal, but attributed to him, once said, the difference between a comedian and a civilian is to make a civilian laugh, all you have to do is dress up like an old lady and walk down the street and fall down a manhole cover.
Yeah.
In a manhole.
Yeah.
To make a comedian laugh, it has to really be an old lady. So that's what I strive for.
Yeah.
Pushing an old lady down.
Pushing an old lady down a mountain.
You know, not for everybody.
No.
But you have a family. You can't, you have to think, see, I don't have to worry about,
No.
like, you know, oh my gosh, how am I going to feed my kids if I fuck up on stage, you know?
Yeah.
But you do now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But you're...
But I do think there's something to that as well. Like, there comes a slight, you can hold on to the fact that the thing that you've said that will probably bring you down is already out there. That certainly allows you to feel slightly more relaxed.
I feel like cancel culture is right now like COVID. The worst of it is over.
Yes.
But it will always be with us.
Mm. Yeah.
You can always get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think we've passed
The peak.
But I saw the other day in the paper, it could have been in the Daily Mail.
Mm.
You read the Daily Mail? That's your...
I mean, I wouldn't say that's my
Your
my
countryman.
paper. It's my mother's paper.
No, but it's English.
Yeah, it's English. Yeah.
People love it here.
Yeah. The Mail Online is
What?
huge. The Daily Mail Online. My wife is on that website.
Really?
10 hours a day. Yeah.
10 hours a day.
Oh
my God. Well, anyway, I think it was there that I read that Love Island.
yes.
You said, wait, easy.
I wasn't expecting you to bring up Love Island.
Why are you so excited about me bringing?
Because I was just so surprised.
Yes. Love Island. Yes. Easy. Just had two. I remember.
Two people kicked off it.
Correct, because
Historic tweets or
no,
what have they done?
Singing along.
Yes.
Singing along with a rap song. I don't think we need to go into detail.
No.
But
I suspect.
But singing along, you know, how about just a warning?
Yeah.
Just so. I don't know. What do you think?
Another guy lost his job.
Over to you, Jack.
Another guy lost his job, a TV chef, for singing along. The rap party.
I remember when Gwyneth Paltrow got in trouble for singing a song about the capital of France.
Yeah.
I'll leave it that vague.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes. I think I know which one that might have been.
That's how delicate the subject is.
Yeah.
We can't even say the capital of France
can't
part.
Even say the capital of France.
Not even France. Let's just say a country in Central Europe.
Yes.
It's between Germany and Spain, but I mean, it could be Belgium.
But there definitely has to be maybe more of a warning system.
I mean, just stop being in it just for the catching someone.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
Stop pretending that you're actually making the world better.
Yeah.
Because you made a contestant on Love Fucked Show. Whatever that show is.
Love Fuck Show.
The Love Fuck Show.
The Love Fuck Show.
I mean,
that's a spin-off.
My show was always Temptation Island. You ever see that?
Oh, yeah.
I think that may be similar to Love Island.
Yeah.
But that was on way at the beginning of the century, and then they rebooted it. It was my guilty pleasure for a while. But I didn't watch the last season. I thought the people weren't cute. It's like, if you're not going to have cute people, please, I'm not watching this for the content.
I watch Love Island by proxy because my wife is a fan of it. but I feel like
Really?
I like it for a little bit when they're all betraying each other and cheating, and you're seeing them emotionally dissolve. And I feel like I quite like the Schadenfreude of that, and watching people that are, you know, miserable, like young, hot, happy people being put through the ringer, I think is good. But then as soon as they become happy and in love and coupled up, and seeing which young, hot, happy couple is the happiest, there's no rub.
But doesn't it usually go to shit after that?
Well,
Do they actually ever get married?
I think they do.
They do?
I think
From Love Island?
From Love Island, they get married, and but the show ends at them at their happiest and all coupled up and in love, and it's a happy ending. And I think they need to do one with married couples where it starts with them all married, and then it's like a summer of them just falling apart.
Now, the show they should do, I've mentioned this before, I'm hoping someone in the ether will hear it and make it happen, is we have a show here called The Golden Bachelor.
Okay.
You ever heard of it?
I've heard of The Bachelor, I haven't heard of The Golden Bachelor.
Oh, it was huge.
Yeah.
Like and that's a guy who's like 70.
Yeah.
I think he was 72. Well, wait, of course, because this is America and things have to be appropriate. It was a bunch of ladies. It was the same plot. He's the bachelor,
okay.
but they were all age appropriate.
Right, yeah.
That's not interesting.
No.
Me, as the Golden Bachelor, with the age that I find appropriate, that's a show.
That's a show.
That's a show and a lot of fun. I would promise to be completely chaste. No kissing, no sex, none of that they do. I just want to talk to people, and I just think it would be really fun and funny and instructive, and also a blow against ageism, because, you know, love is where you find it. I mean, you know, it's always okay when Madonna is going out with a 24-year-old.
Yeah.
It's always okay when Kate Beckinsale does it.
Yeah.
It's always okay that Cher is 80 and marrying a guy happy. That's always okay. But somehow in the other way, it's not okay. I don't get it.
And the golden element was the Bachelor. You know, was he well off? Was that part of the conceit of it, or?
Well, I mean, he wasn't living out of his car, you know.
But that's quite a good twist. You think he's a golden bachelor, and actually he's living in a car.
He was a generic white guy who probably, you know, worked for Crumbly and Woolman Corporation. And, you know, just was like this guy who, look, people, as we know, are always looking for love, as they should.
Yeah.
I mean, the world is a sinful, hateful place, and one of the few great things about it is that love is always there somewhere. And it's always available. It's not sold in stores, but it is around. And you can always, you know, get lucky, or maybe you make your own luck with love by, you know, a lot of people say whatever you put out comes back to you. I think there certainly is an element to that. So, you know, there are a lot of ladies they're probably mostly divorced, maybe some are widows in their 50s or 60s, you know, looking for late in life love. I mean, you shouldn't give up on love at any time in life, you know?
Yeah.
So obviously American audiences ate it up.
Yeah.
They fucking loved it. Because ladies, I think, you know, related to, oh, this is great, you know, love late in life. And the guy, you know, I didn't watch it. He seemed like kind of a stiff to me, but, you know, by actuarial tables, we know women live longer. So as you get into those age ranges, there's more women than men. I remember the reverse of this when I was in college, and there was way more men than women. It sucks. So men who are 70, you know, if they're into age-appropriate dating, they got their pick of the litter. In the age-old homes, they're having lots of sex. Did you know?
I visited.
Like STDs are out of control in the old age home.
Oh my God, I went to the one in Arizona, there's a massive compound there, and they were all, it was wild. And they were all...
What were you doing there?
I was doing a travel show. I was pitching a new reality format where I date date around the old age community.
Was your wife okay with this?
Yeah, that's how I met her.
Honey.
She's 80. I didn't mention that.
You came home smelling like Ben Gay. What's going on?
Yeah, I found her in one of those homes. She was very confused, but I got her onto the plane with promises of Bob Monkhouse DVDs. I managed to get her.
Does your wife know who Bob Monkhouse is?
She would not know.
She's too young for that.
She's too young for that.
You cradle robber, you.
But, yeah.
How dare you not date completely appropriately?
Yeah.
She has to be born exactly within the year you were born. How old is your wife?
My wife is 34.
Oh, well, that's completely respectable.
Completely respectable.
Ridiculous.
My father and mother, they have a big age gap. My father's 86, my mother's 66. So it's
not a big age gap to me, but I get your point.
Yeah.
No, but to most people that is.
Yeah.
But, it's human nature. Age gaps don't happen because we just, took a vote on it.
Yeah.
It happens because men require decades of head start to be even close to as mature as women are.
Yeah.
They usually are not fully, okay, but a long way toward maturity when they're 25.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that about 21.
No.
They're still in that experimental, crazy, I'm away from home, let's see what dicks are like phase, Okay, but not 25. They grow up pretty fast.
Yeah.
I hear.
Yeah.
But men?
Yeah.
I mean, the immaturity can go to almost endlessly.
Yeah.
I mean, it can go to 80.
Yeah,
I'm not mentioning any names. Somebody I know who just turned 80, kind of immature.
Buddy of yours.
Yeah, not
your luncheon partner.
Dinner.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, that's his list of insults. Did you see that?
Yeah, it's
a great artifact of history.
Did he speak for you or the Mark Twain?
No, he tried to stop it. He tried to get it thrown out.
What?
Yeah, he did. When it was announced, he had his press secretary said, "Fake news. It's not happening. Bill Maher's not getting it."
But what has he changed? Has he changed his tune on you?
The Kennedy Center.
The Trump. It was going to be the Trump Kennedy Center.
Then they took that was another controversy. I didn't think it was ever going to happen.
Yeah.
Because first he tried to stop it, but then it was going through, and then they took his name off the building. He didn't like it. When they took his name off the building, he covered the building in drapery so you couldn't see anything on the building. I'm not kidding. And I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
If at this point, 10 years into the Trump situation, you are still obsessing about his personality, my view is that's on you.
Yeah.
Should we always be criticizing, as I do, what he actually does while he's in office? Absolutely. But to keep just focusing on these personality things that we've talked about for 10 years. They're not going to change. That's who he is. I don't care when he calls me names now. It's like the way he does it. It's the way he talks. It's who he is. Of course he's going to hang a tarp on the building. He does these things which you can't even imagine. If you tried your hardest, what is he going to do now? Tarp on the building would never have come to me, but he is always going to do it. And when he does it, I just got to go, okay.
Yeah.
Well played.
Yeah.
This is what you do.
Yeah.
And as long as it's something that doesn't really affect me or other people, for real.
Yeah.
I don't care about your reflecting pool. I don't care about your ballroom. I don't care what you do on the lawn. You can have UFC fights. You can have sheep grazing there like one president did. You can do anything. You pickleball. I don't give a shit what you do on the lawn. And if you're a person who does, you're just way too into Donald Trump as the person who controls how you think in life. Everything is about him. I'm not going there with you. And I'm winning. And I'm somebody he attacks personally. And I care less than you do. Your life is all about Donald Trump. Mine isn't. It's amazing things that people can be okay with if they like you.
I know.
Like, especially celebrities. Like, look, again, people will argue about Michael Jackson till forever, but if you're a reasonable person, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
And it's just, a lot of people just decided, we don't care.
Yeah.
We just don't care. And I certainly don't care about the music. I never stopped playing the music. I never stopped playing R. Kelly.
Yeah, yeah.
The music didn't rape anybody. The music is great, and I never even considered not playing. But what the fuck?
No. But not quite a good enough canon to get away with the, Michael Jackson levels of adulation. But there's definitely
I'm just aware of the cognitive dissonance.
Yeah.
I can like the music and be completely aware that the person who made it did terrible things. I mean, Thomas Jefferson wrote our Declaration of Independence.
Yeah.
Again, sorry, man. But he was, I can't really couch it in any other polite word, a rapist, because he had sex with a slave. Now, when you're a slave, you can't say no. That, to me, is the definition of rape. So a rapist wrote the Declaration of Independence. Life is full of contradictions like that. We had a revered union leader named Cesar Chavez in this country, in this state, who got rights for migrant farm workers. Revered. He's on the name of 1,000 schools. Had to take it off. Turned out he was having horrible sexual predation on hundreds of women, and yet he was a great union leader. I mean, that's the world we live in. I can't explain it, but I'm not going to pretend that those contradictions don't exist, and I'm not going to stop playing Beat It. Or Billie Jean. Or The Way You Make Me Feel. Or, I mean, he's just I watched the movie. Recently, when I was in a hotel room, there's made $1 billion. Oh
my God, yeah.
Of course, it ends before.
Yes, at a convenient moment.
Very convenient moments. But,
Gauguin, you'd have to take all the Gauguins off the wall.
Why? What did Gauguin do?
He was, I think, had some sexual proclivities that were not acceptable by modern standards.
In Tahiti?
Caravaggio,
When he was in Tahiti?
Yeah, when he was in Tahiti,
He abused the Tahitians?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear about them.
Yeah.
I get my gossip the old-fashioned way from the girls down at the nail salon. So I didn't see that on. Is that breaking news on the internet? Gauguin's been canceled? Oh, fuck, man. I idolize that guy. Boy, we have no heroes left. Don't tell me Van Gogh.
Come on.
Don't tell me Van Gogh. Was there something funny with the ear?
Van Gogh,
Don't tell me he cut the ear off so he could fuck it or something weird like that. Because somebody would do that.
He had a king. This is why my material doesn't work in America, because I'm doing James Mason impressions of my Gauguin material.
Oh, the Gauguin. I think the Gauguin. I just think the Gauguin hunk needs a little work. Let me coach you.
My cultural reference points are just not right for this market. You want to break me like the Beatles, and I just need to.
You're English. English are more sophisticated. I once did a really, really funny editorial with lots of clips about how American television, especially serious, and I don't mean that in a snarky way, I mean some really great shows, episodic shows on the, premium networks, most notably my own, HBO. It's always English actors.
Yeah.
Succession, Game of Thrones, and they're not making them do, in Succession they did American accents, but generally they want the English accent because, especially if you're doing a historical piece, it bestows a certain gravitas that American accents just don't.
Yeah.
So Game of Thrones, why do they have an English accent? It's a completely made-up place.
Yeah.
There's no reason for it, except when you talk like Kevin Costner, you just don't sound as... not that he sounds like that, but I just mean when you're all-American...
No, it's
just
weird.
It's
him as Robin Hood with his American accent, it really throws you. It's like...
when Brad Pitt... he's from Missouri.
Yeah.
That's about as middle American as you can get.
Yeah.
When he did Troy, English accent.
Yeah.
Sword. Hand me your sword. Brad Pitt doesn't say sword. Brad Pitt says sword, like I do.
Yeah.
They don't say sword.
Yeah.
But it's Troy, which is not English.
Yeah.
We're talking about Greece in 1200 BC.
Yeah.
This is when that takes place.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to the Odyssey coming to the theater?
Yeah. I think it looks good.
Christopher Nolan. What do you think? I think it's...
Are you excited to see that?
I am beyond hard.
Yeah.
I was an English major.
Yeah.
I read the Odyssey in college, Iliad and the Odyssey.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say the first 2 years of college, I thought, I was going to do something with my English degree.
Yeah.
Did not. But I do use English in my career.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
But I also think it was very helpful that I got a very broad knowledge, probably more like what you typically get in England. We don't take education very seriously in this country.
Yeah.
We really don't. But I think you probably still do. And I mean, you feel like prep school, that whatever you call it. What is it? What do you call it?
A public school.
No, not. We established you're not in. What was it, Eton?
What I went to?
Yeah.
Marlborough College.
College, but you were not college age, what we consider college.
Yeah,
you're talking about
it's even more confusing because we don't call college is secondary school here in England. Yeah.
How old were you when you go to this place?
I went 13. I went to boarding school at 10.
13?
Yeah.
So you ripped out of your mother's arms at 13?
Yeah.
Was it traumatic?
No, not really. For me, it wasn't too bad. I was only like an hour away from home, and
Were you living in a dorm?
Yeah, in a dorm, yeah.
So you didn't every night go to bed in your own room like I did?
Yeah.
You went to a dorm with dozens of other kids sleeping in bunk beds?
Yeah.
Really?
But I mean, some people have a bad experience. I was okay with it. But like my dad went at 7, he was stuck on a train, went up to the north of England, like 4 hours away from his home, and was there for like months on end in a Catholic boarding school raised by monks. It was brutal.
That is brutal.
My version was like, much more.
Okay, but like, you say 13?
Yeah, 13.
Okay, 13, what I remember most about that age was I was masturbating furiously, constantly.
Yeah.
Can you do that in the setting of being in a dorm room with millions? I mean, luckily I had my own little room, tiny as it was.
Yeah.
It was mine. It was a masturbatorium.
Yeah.
But how could you have that if you were surrounded by other people? Wouldn't they hear the bed shaking?
Yeah, I think there was probably a lot of that. I mean, that's the stories of boarding schools.
But everybody was doing it, so nobody cared. It was just normal to hear a
cacophony.
A cacophony of frapping. At lights out.
10 boys with the lights out wanking themselves into a coma.
That's
every night.
So disgusting.
But at least you haven't got your parents downstairs.
I know, but when you think about all that spilled sperm in one room. I mean,
some predatory housemaster listening at the door.
That is the nightmare of the pro-life crowd. I mean, just in one room, the amount of wasted, possible babies. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. I think, if anything, even worse when, girls sinking themselves. I think there was boys, harmonizing their masturbatory activity.
Oh, sinking their period?
Yeah. I think it was.
Is that still a thing? Was that ever a thing, or was that a wives' tale?
I think that was a.
I've always heard that my whole life.
Yeah.
That women's, when they're together, is it that their periods sync up?
Yeah.
It could be.
It could be.
It could be.
It could be.
They're weird creatures.
It's one of those.
We don't understand them.
It's one of those things I've been told but never wanted to challenge.
No,
so I've just accepted it as
I feel they're like lemurs. I've heard a lot about them, but I don't really know that much after all these years. I know they're mammalia, but it could be. They certainly have, or are brooded to have, but I think they do have more of a, shall we say, intuition. I mean, women's intuition is a old saying.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, you think that's true that they have more intuition than we do?
Yeah.
I do too.
I do. I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that more than the period one. More readily able to believe that.
No, there's nothing in the world like having a girlfriend, or in your case, a wife that's smarter than you. Maybe not in every way. Maybe they don't, know as much about the Ottoman Empire or something. Or the Odyssey. But like in key ways.
Yeah.
And ways that, just no matter how old you get, just will always elude a man, and it comes easy to them.
Yeah.
And, I don't follow movies that well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always the guy in the movies going, was that the same guy who had the mustache in the other scene? Oh, so he's working with that. Like I need a guide.
I do.
I'm not that bright with some of the, if it's a really arcane kind of plot, I guess I don't see, I'm supposed to be an observational comedian, but like I don't see and then I have to be told, oh yeah, see, he took the envelope for the guy and it had the same name. Oh, right.
Yeah.
So,
I have to guide we're the other way around. I have to guide my wife through movies, and she wants to know the entire plot from the beginning and wants me to tell her what's going on and then what is about to happen as well. And I'm like, that's not how storytelling works. You don't want me to ruin this for you. Like, you find out. You don't need to know everything. You will learn things by the end of this scene if I tell you what happens.
Right. And you'll miss the satisfaction of how the storytellers wanted to unravel that way. That's the satisfaction. You got to pull back the bow before you shoot the arrow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to release you back into the wild, Jack. It was a pleasure to get to know you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that America will be greeting you like the Beatles. Really, you're going to do great here.
Once they hear my tales of mutual masturbation.
Leave out the French impressionists.
Right, yes, yeah.
Not just him.
Right.
Not Van Gogh, Matisse.
Yeah. French impressionists, avoid that. We're going to avoid... And French capital cities, wrapping along to those. We're not going to do any of that.
No.
You've given me a great blueprint for how to break America.
All right, bro.
And I appreciate it.
Sorry.
There was a flicker.
They used to do a thing in every military movie. They would do the same gag where the admiral and thank you, sir, and he salutes, and the guy puts up his hand, and then they change. Do it. Like, I'll salute and you do the handshake, and then.
Club Random.
It was fun. Much fun.
I'll text Woody and didn't.
Yes.
Tell him
we had a ball, and. When you're here, call us. We'll all get together.
Yeah. I'd love that.
Come back to the woods. We'll party there.
Yeah.